All right, what's up, people? Listen, this is gonna be a special episode to my friend Adrian, who is in Switzerland and he's a martial artist. He sent me a question. He was like, dude, what can I do to strengthen my rotator cuff, my shoulder? So, because I had an injury. So he had an injury where he got pinned down, and I guess his shoulder was here, and he had some injuries on the shoulder, right? During a match. And what happens is that people usually come to the personal trainer after they've done the rehab, after they've done the surgery and everything. They'll be like, hey, give me some strength exercises. And that's not always the approach that you want to do in order to get better, right? So your question is mostly, Adrian, I want to get better. How do I do that? So my response is going to be more of the, wait, before we start strengthening, I don't know what you need to strengthen exactly. So let's go with a test to see what ranges and what access you have in that shoulder, so then we can train according to that. So maybe you're strong enough, just we don't have access to the right places. So when I texted with Adrian over there, I made sure that I had him send me pictures of his external rotation and his internal rotation on both shoulders, not only the injured one. And what we found was very interesting. He had more external rotation on the injured side, no internal rotation, he was very limited, than the one that was good, the one that's okay. The shoulder that's okay is actually more limited than the other side. So we already have a problem that's underlying from before he got injured. And I think the injury was more of a trauma situation. It didn't come from an excessive overload of that shoulder, but it could be that the trauma came from the lack of access. So what I think that we should do first, Adrian, is start warming up and gaining some better access before we do our exercises. And then we retest that. If we gain some more access to your shoulder, then I think that you might not need more strength, because that's where you're going to get it. If we put the bones and the muscles in the right place, then maybe we can gain some more strength just because the muscle can work better. So this is Adrian's shoulders now. Look. Okay, cool. So this is what I want you to do, Adrian. These are the exercises that I want you to test yourself first on your range of motions like I cued you. And then I want you to do these exercises, and then we'll retest again your access. See if you have more now. So the first one is gonna be a kettlebell carry. You're just gonna hold the kettlebell on one side, not the other. Because it's held down, it's relatively safe. I want you to go as heavy as, just to make sure there's no pain, I want you to go as heavy as that you can without having it bring you down. So relatively heavy, stay symmetrical to the ground, but I do want you to, on the opposite side of the kettlebell, to make sure that you swing and you move around. So you're walking like you gotta get somewhere really fast, right? We call them chisme walks. So there's a chisme and you gotta go listen to it. So you gotta make sure that you're walking and you're swinging on that opposite side. The kettlebell side stays down, don't swing with that side, swing with the opposite side. Do that for a minute, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna switch sides, alternate, do that for a minute. So you'll do 3 sets of a minute on each arm, alternating. After you're done with that, now you're gonna go to an upright front carry kettlebell. So you're gonna point forward with your elbow. The common mistake here is that people drop the elbow or they'll flare out the arm. Don't do that. Make sure that your elbow is symmetrical as far as with your body, in a straight line with your shoulders. Your elbow is forward, not to the side, and it's parallel to the ground. Don't drop the elbow, don't raise it too high, okay? The kettlebell stays resting on the outside of your arm. Don't let it pull you too much so that you're just tugging on the muscles, because that's not what we were looking for either. Hold it at the front. Make sure that you do the same swing on the opposite side as you're walking. So you're walking with a purpose and you're swinging on the opposite side. This side just stays locked with the elbow up, okay? Same thing, 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other, 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other. Make sure there's no pain, and make sure that you do it the first 3 with the kettlebell down, second 3, the kettlebell up, and then you retest the shoulders and send me a picture of what happened after you did this to see if now you have more access to that range of motion, all right? So send me that, and then we'll make another video about other stuff. But you should start doing this every probably 3 times a week, but every time that you're going to be fighting and you're going to be tugged on, or you're going to be working out, you're going to be using your shoulders, this is probably great for you to gain that access before you start the activities. All right, cool. Take care. If this worked and this is going good, make sure you comment below, make sure you like the video, make sure you share, make sure you send me more questions, and we'll try to answer them by just getting all the information we need to help everybody out. All right, peace.